What a joyous morning. I've just driven from home and I'm parked up at a lovely little place called Witcham, and I'm at the foot of Black Combe, right on the edge of the Lake District, one of the outlying fells. And it's a hill I've wanted to do for absolute years, an itch I've really wanted to scratch for a long time. It's a fantastic morning. I've just had a look at the little church down there, and the graveyard is just a sea of snowdrops and crocuses. Fantastic spectacle. Right, well, I've just completed the first steep bit and I'm on a level now. Over there is like my next sort of main ascent. I'm struggling a bit on this climb. I've got my water too low in Moor Gill. I noticed on the map there a spring at the top, but it was quite a slow trickle lower down, so I didn't trust it. Anyway, I got my water. Anyway, the spring at the top were flowing fine, so if you ever come this way, probably wiser to hang on till you get a bit higher up to get your water. It's a great viewpoint though. I'm looking right out over the Irish Sea now. I'll show you when we get a bit higher up. I don't know if you're seeing that in the centre, but Isle of Man's there. It's very hazy. Looks like high Brazil. So there's the Cumbrian coast, looking north. Let me see if I can point it out. You can see Sellafield in the middle, that sort of white blob. And just below that you can see the estuary at Ravensglass, I think. Looking like to the sort of heart of the Lake Districts over there. Nobble above my finger is Great Gable. Then up there are the Scar Fells. That I think is Eskpike, and Boarfell and Crinkle Crags. I think I mentioned Brazil on the Merrick. Brazil is a fictitious island that cartographers reckoned existed off the west coast of Ireland up until, I don't know, the 17th, 18th century. There were people who claimed on clear days you could see it from the west coast of Ireland. Of course, it's a load of nonsense, no landmass there, well, until you get to America. But I quite like it when you're looking at distant islands out to sea, and it's really faint and tantalising, and I think that must have been like what the early, I don't know, geographers saw when they thought there's a place called Brazil. Another prominent landform in the middle there, that's Walney Island. A couple of nature reserves on there. Good for eider ducks apparently. Seals, I think. So I'm alone now on the top of Black Combe, trig point just there. It's quite cold up here, you can see I'm wrapped up. When I first arrived up there were a couple, and then they left soon after, and then a party of walkers came from, well, they lived in Grange over Sands. I was talking to them, nice blokes. But yeah, it's about 2 o'clock now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to explore. There's some nice cliffs and crags over this way. I'm going to have a look at that, and then I'm going to also scout out potential camp spots. I quite like the idea of looking south over the estuary. That lagoon you can see there in the centre, that's the RSPB reserve of Hodbarrow. Cracking reserve that. I came here a few years ago with my dad. Yeah, if you're into your wildlife, I really recommend Hodbarrow. It's got little terns, bee orchids. We also saw the mega rare walnut geranium that I'm told only grows here and nowhere else on earth. I'm not so sure about that. It sounds very far-fetched. I don't think it's a species in its own right. It's a subspecies of, I think, meadow cranesbill, something like that. No, subspecies of bloody cranesbill. Just here is going to be my pitch for tonight. What a nice view of the estuary there. Finally we're done. What a bloody job getting everything sorted, especially the tent. What a job getting sorted. Sometimes the tent goes up in the blink of an eye, but for whatever reason today, well, I know the reason, this ground's very uneven. I just couldn't get the tent right, and I've had to put a little base of rocks here to stop this corner pole from floating. It's like a dip here, and it's, yeah, what a job getting the tent sorted. Yeah, sometimes you're like a well-oiled machine and everything just goes really smoothly, and other times you're just like a complete bloody jellyhead. You can't do anything. It's colder than I thought it were going to be. It's clouding over now as well. Can't see the big uns in the Lake Districts anymore. Not bad to the south though. I've just been looking across the estuary down there. I was trying to find a place called Pennines, and the reason why I wanted to find it, I've found it, it's dead easy, it's just across the water down there, is my Uncle Harry, my mum's eldest brother. He spent the last few years of his life living there. He moved from Milnrow when my Auntie June died, and then settled up here. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy up here. I never saw my Uncle Harry leaving Milnrow. He was a proper local bloke. He was a boozer, he liked to drink. In fact, when it was his funeral, somebody arranged a floral arrangement in the shape of a pint pot of beer. For the brown beer, they used like these greeny brown succulent plants, and then for the head, they used white ones. And it was good. You could tell it was a pint of beer anyway. It was very fitting. I've hardly eaten anything today. Just a bit of a cereal bar on the way up. I'm trying to think if we had out else. Anyway, I've got a giant sausage roll here from Morrison's. I used to be a big Morrison's fan, mate. I think it's gone right down the pan lately. It's just not as good as it used to be. But these big chunky sausage rolls are really nice. I'm not going to eat all that now. I might save some for later. Oh, it's bloody freezing. I'm heading back to tent. I've just been up to the top again. I'm going to put my long johns on and my warm gear and warm up a bit. It's cold even with these gloves on. I'll probably come out again later. I think it'd be quite nice when all towns hereabouts are lit up. And who knows, might be able to see lights at Island Man. Or see some ships going past or something. There's mist coming in now. Yeah, I'm going to get in and warm up. I need to say a big thank you to a viewer called Nathan, who I actually met on a wild camp on Kinderskate about 12 months ago. When I was in the Lake District at Lingilt, he messaged me asking me if I wanted one of these. He's made them himself. They're based on the tarp tent loft. It's like a pocket system. So I've got my phone in there, put my specs in. It's really, really handy. I love it. So thank you, Nathan, for that. Really appreciate that gesture. It's fab. Right, it's 10 to 6. Listen to the flipping weather. I'm pretty sure it didn't forecast rain. I think he said it might cloud over, but just before I dived in the tent, moor grime came sweeping in from the north. Probably, actually, I don't think it was a bit with that. It was more like sea fret, you know, that like a big bank of cloud come off the sea. But yes, blowing and raining. Really didn't expect this. So, what are my thoughts on Black Combe? Well, I mentioned earlier it's something I've wanted to do for absolute years. And aside from not feeling great on the first steep bit of the walk, and it's not a big walk to the top, I don't know, 2.5, 3 miles. I've spent a good while up here just sort of hanging about. But I don't mind doing that actually. It's a nice way of getting to know hills and mountains, spending a good while on top. Anyway. What I have noticed about it, it's like a giant. It's got lots of bits to it, limbs and shoulders and protuberances. That's a good word, isn't it, if I've said it right. There was one on the way up. I don't know how high it was, 300 metres or something, and it's called Sea Ness. And what a splendid belvedere, just looking out across the Duddon Estuary, Irish Sea. Fantastic place. You could do worse and wild camp on there, maybe a bit back from edge, so you won't be noticeable at night with any tent lights or anything. But another thing I really like about it is its proximity to lots of different landscapes. We've got something here just shy of a mountain. Looking eastward, you've got the Lake District and 3,000 footers in view. Looking westward, you've got the sea. South, you've got estuary, salt marsh, nice coastal landscapes. No, it's something quite unique, I think. There's nowhere that I can think of in England where you've got high ground in such close proximity to the sea. Wales and Scotland, obviously, but I don't know about Exmoor in Devon. I'm trying to think, but the highest point there, Dunkery Beacon's not as high as this one. So I think this is pretty unique. Stove's just boiling. Rubbish tea tonight. Stage 1 mug shot, and I've got another one of them. Got loads of other food though, and stuff that I didn't eat on the way up.
Did you want the game to go ahead, or do you not want the game to go ahead and then they potentially get isolated?
Exactly what I mean. So he gets the ball, 25 yards inside his zone.
I hope you can hear me over this bloody racket that the wind's causing. We've had some real squally showers, and when the squalls come through, the wind really picks up. It really shakes the tent. Right, what time are we on? Right, it's 10 past 10. I can't see myself being awake for much longer. Well, I'm sure I will be awake for a long time because of the noise of the wind, but I'm going to try and get my head down. I'll put the earplugs in, see how I get on, but bloody wind, it's such a nightmare, innit, when you're wild camping. It just ruins your night. Well, I know I'm not going to get much sleep anyway unless this settles down quite a bit, but I'll hope for the best. and I'll speak to you in the morning. Good night. Morning folks, it's 7:15. The weather's just not let up all night. It's totally contrary to the forecast. I checked a bit later on, it said it might rain sort of, I don't know, up until about midnight or something, but it's just on and off all night. I slept not bad, all things considered. I got a couple of hours when I first put my head down. Another, I don't know, another couple of hours, and I've sort of dozed in and out of weird dreams up until now. I'm not looking forward to tackling down this morning. I've got to be super organised, which I wasn't yesterday, but I'll do my best. So I'm going to make a brew, have a couple of cereal bars for my breakfast, and start packing away, and I will speak to you again on the descent. That promontory just there, that's that sea nest that we're talking about last night, which I think could be a splendid place for a wild camp. That, what a view from there. Such a dynamic landscape, the coast, isn't it? The tide's out now. What a transformation. I love being by sea. Right, I think this is going to be it for this trip. I need to have my wits about me on this steep bit. I remember it being very slippy coming up Brew yesterday, so it's going to be hard work going down, so I need my walking sticks with me, and like I say, I need to concentrate on this bit. Yeah, it was not quite how I was hoping for that wild camp. I was half expecting on the way up a nice sort of, I don't know, cold evening up on the top, but where I could sit out and look at the sea and watch ships going past and stuff like that. But it caught me off guard a bit. And for whatever reason, it was a bit of a struggle. I was getting quite irritable. Just little niggling things kept going wrong. I kept losing stuff. So yeah, it was a bit hard work at times. But I've done Black Combe now. I've scratched that itch that I was talking about. I think it'd be a fantastic place to do in spring and summer. It'd be lovely on the top with all the skylarks and stuff. And yeah, I'll come back to this area and explore maybe some of these shoulders of the fell. Who knows, maybe I will camp on this sea nest. I really like the look of it. Anyway, that'll do for this one. Look after yourselves. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.